Hopewell native Jodi-Renner leaned on a network of friends, family members, and mentors to help hone her skills as a golfer. But she also had a drive to make it and a willingness to play anyone, anywhere. That drive led her to Stanford, the LPGA, and a career teaching golf. This is her story.
I just think, some things are just a God-given gift. It's so fun now, I'm in my late 40s, and to look back and reflect with these new eyes of what your life has looked like. And I see just tons of favor and blessing and people that surrounded me to allow me to reach my potential. There's no way in life we can do that even as adults. We need people to come alongside of us and encourage us in our gifts and talents and believe in us and lean on them. That was part of my life as a young girl in a sport. Well, I grew up across the street from a golf course. My mom and dad play golf. I literally was like a half a pitching wedge from the pro shop. So golf became my playground. I remember in 6th grade telling my teacher, you know how a teacher says, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" I remember saying, "I'm going to be a professional golfer." 6th grade. I have a 6th grader now, and my son is 10 years old. I think that is absolutely crazy. My teacher thought I was crazy. I remember lying about my age to get into a age 10 to 12 age group for the tournament. My mom, I think, helped with that and said I was 10, I was only 9. 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. I'm playing tons of golf. I'm playing in golf tournaments. And I just had a discipline that was unusual, and I put a lot of time and effort into it. Back then, there were some tournaments that I played in, maybe with the guys, and I'm like, okay, you're gonna play with us, you play from the men's tees. I'm playing with these boys that are hitting it 80 yards past me off the tee, but I can putt better than them, so I'm gonna beat them no matter what, even if I have to play from the same tees. And I did it. It was no big deal. It made me a better player. So at Stanford, I was in this whole new world. From Beaver County to Palo Alto, California. Just be all over the country. To go to Japan and play golf. To go to Hawaii during spring break. Oh my gosh. It was completely a privileged way of life. I knew it then, but I know more now. It was almost from a little girl, I just stayed on that track. There was no wavering. It wasn't I made this conscious decision, I'm shooting for the LPGA, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I can't believe I did it, seriously. I shake my head now and go, what? That was me, really?
And as you might expect this week, warm weather and warm hospitality have greeted the world's greatest women golfers.
Playing with these players that I had always admired, to get out there and go okay, really, I'm playing a practice round with Nancy Lopez. This is crazy. The LPGA I thought was gonna be my forever thing. I didn't really see an end to it. I didn't realize that those 2 years in the LPGA were actually my peak. And I loved golf. I loved it. But there was a point where after I'd played on the tour and then went back to the mini tour, then I felt like I was being led to something different, and I didn't know what that was. So when I came home, I didn't really know what to do for a while. But I realized, okay, well, this is what I know. I've been playing golf since I was 6 years old, and I can teach golf, So I could tell you about your golf swing, but I also knew a lot about how to get the ball around the hole and to score and how to think. And I felt like there was a big demand for women instructors because, you know, parents would have a young girl who was showing some potential and they would think, wow, this is really appealing. I can take my little girl to a woman instructor. I really enjoyed helping other people and I had a lot of patience. Somehow that came out. When the Neville Island Golf Dome was built, then I was there a whole lot. But then as each child came along, then I taught a little less and I just stayed at home.
Okay, I have the slowest swing of everybody.
And that was like really the hardest job of all of this is being a mommy.